Welcome everybody to another episode of Latifs Inspired. Right, I'm going to take you in to this amazing recipe that I've cooked on Eid Day. It was a special chicken bhuna style dish with crispy fried onions on top and a lovely flavour and a unique taste to it. Sort of the influence from Goa, which I'm going to show you the secret tips and tricks to make an amazing curry to impress your family. Now, if you follow this recipe, you're going to have your family is going to be loving you, or the guests or the friends who you cook for, and they're going to be like saying, wow, how did you cook this dish? Because it's going to be really authentic, it's going to be really flavorful, and it's going to blow you away. So today we're going to be cooking my Eid Day special, the chicken bhuna roast curry. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And like the video, helps it boost it up the algorithm, and I really appreciate it. And I love that interaction on the comment section. I try to reply, especially when you put in the comment section when I release the video. That's when I reply the most, because I'm seeing how it's doing, what people like about it, and the comments that come in. I love that report with you guys, and I really appreciate it. So thank you very much for following me, sticking with me, and YouTube, thank you very much. Let's crack on with this amazing recipe. So you can use 1 kg of chicken. This is just less. So we've scored the chicken, washed it and strained it so there's no water left on it. And now we're just gonna marinate this with a bit of spices. So firstly, Kashmiri chili powder, 1, 2. This is lovely color and it's gonna be a wonderful flavor for the actual curry. Turmeric, about 1 teaspoon, wonderful. And salt, 1 teaspoon, and some cooking oil, about 1 or 2 tablespoons, just to marry everything up together. So give this all a mix, and once you mixed it up, cling film it up and stick it in the fridge for at least 30 minutes, which I'm going to do now. Right, amazing chefs, now let's start cooking. So let's turn the gas on. Bismillah. So I've got here about 500 mils of just cooking oil, vegetable oil for frying. So we're going to heat this up. Chicken's wonderful, look at that color. It's like tandoori chicken, eh? So basically this has been marinated for a good half an hour in the fridge. So all those spices get into that nook and cranny of those chicken. Beautiful, look at that. We're going to fry this, cook it properly, and then we're going to add it to the curry. So this is a proper authentic Bangladeshi method that I want you guys to try. So let's start the magic. The chicken's going in. Bismillah. We don't want to overcrowd it. You might have to do it in 2 batches. If you overcrowd it and if there's not enough oil, it can sort of steam cook, which we're trying to avoid. So I can just about squeeze this in. Beautiful. And please do not try to stir it at this moment, because what's going to happen is the chicken's going to stick and it's going to start ripping. So give it a few minutes and then you can reduce the gas down a bit and then just give it a turn. Beautiful. So it's been a few minutes. There you go. Give it a turn. There you go. It's not sticking at the bottom, which I was a bit scared about. But once it has a few minutes of cooking and it becomes like this, look. You see it there? That's when it's ready to turn. Wonderful. This is amazing. And it smells divine. Now I've added a fair bit of Kashmiri chilli. Like I told you, Kashmiri chilli is more for the flavor and the color rather than the heat. And if you add the general chili powder, that's when it's a bit spicy. There you go. See how I can just, all the chicken is moving and dancing, having a bath in this oil. I've been cooking it on a high heat. Wonderful. So what I'm trying to do here is trying to draw out all the moisture from the chicken, so it's got that sort of fried chicken flavor that brings that amazing taste into your curry. Now this is something that you're probably not used to. You're probably just whacking the chicken after you added the masala, or you add it in the oil, add the masala and so on. However, if you cook it this authentic Bangladeshi way, you're going to get a different flavor in the chicken because the chicken's marinated already. So it's got that flavor that's penetrated into the chicken. Now when you hit it into the hot oil and all those spices stick to the chicken and gets fried, you're going to have this amazing aromatic spicy flavor. It's not going to be overly hot, however it's going to be very flavorful. I added the salt, so the chicken's seasoned already. And now make it nice, golden and crispy, and then we're going to take out some of the oil and then cook it in this oil, so you're going to see the flavor, and after, when you're eating it, you're going to be thanking me very much. So trust me, follow this recipe. And if you haven't already, make sure to like, share and subscribe. And I hope you appreciate what I do, and I do enjoy what I do. And once I get that reaction from the comment section, I know exactly what to cook and I know what you're looking for. And this is a dish that I enjoy cooking. So this is for me and my family that I want to enjoy. So I hope you're enjoying this as well, and watch till the end for the final product. Beautiful. Chicken's been cooking for about 12 to 15 minutes. This is about ready. So now we're going to take out the pan. Look at that. Wonderful. There you go, chefs. So this is how you want your chicken to look after cooking for about 12 to 15 minutes. Wonderful. You can just eat it like fried chicken now. Wonderful. So now onto this oil. We've got about 4 large onions that I've cut up into this thinly slices. So what I'm going to do, like a handful, this is going to be the fried onion that I'm going to garnish on top. So add it to the oil, it flavors the oil. And we just want it to be nice and crispy. So that's it, about 2 handfuls gone into there. And the rest is going to be for the curry. Bless my amazing mum. This is as nearly as old as me. Look at that. My mum keeps everything and she's a good woman. Look at that. The onions are crisping up wonderfully. There's plenty of oil, so you don't need to stir it. So once it's got a nice golden colour, we're going to sieve out the oil. Beautiful. Right, you amazing home chefs, when the onions crispy and golden just like this, now it's ready. So turn the gas off and we're just going to sieve out all the air, all the oil. Now look at the bottom, this is all flavour. We're going to be cooking this and deglazing the pan and bringing the flavour out, which I'll show you. Onions are perfect, proper crispy, and going to be a wonderful garnish. And look at the oil. We're going to be using this for the cooking and keeping the rest for later on. Wonderful. Now all you amazing chefs, let's start cooking the curry. Bismillah. So the oil, we're going to use 1, 2, 3, 4 tablespoons of this amazing flavoured oil. This is pure ghee, so we're going to add about 1 tablespoon. Got all these old utensils. Bless my mother. She keeps everything in good condition. All what's left of it. Now we're going to be using the ginger and garlic paste. Now can you see the stalks of the coriander? So this is basically 50-50 ginger, 50-50 garlic, and coriander stalks, green chillies, and if you've got green pepper, just a wedge of green pepper or something. This creates a lovely aromatic and very flavour. This is, if you don't have this, you can use just an ordinary ginger and garlic paste if you wish. So now we're going to whack this in. Bismillah. No, sorry, we're going to put the punch prawn in first. So this is that blend of 5 spices: cumin, fennel, nigella seeds, and so on. Methi. So about 1 teaspoon. That goes in. A few cardamom pods, cinnamon stick, Bangladeshi bay leaf, which is the tezpata. Rip it in half. That goes in. That ginger and garlic I was telling you about. So 1, 2, 4 good teaspoons, sorry, there you go. So aromatic, so flavorful. It's had a bit of water when I mixed it, so it's deglazed in the pan for me. Exactly what I needed. This is all the flavour from the bottom of the pan, guys. Now when you add the ginger and garlic to the oil, the aromatics and the flavour is going to be wonderful. So let that rawness just slightly go, and then we're going to add the onions. See it there? Beautiful. Rest of the onions, this is about 2 cups of onions going in, just sliced up. Beautiful. Now the gas was on a high. I'm going to put it on a medium and let these onions soften up. This process can take about 8 to 12 minutes depending on the power of the flame. Now to draw out the moisture, we're going to add some salt. It's about 1.5 teaspoon of salt. This is a smaller spoon, so salt to taste. Kasuri methi, I like to add at this moment. I just love that aroma and a bit of that bitter flavour it brings out. Wonderful. So it was about just a heat teaspoon. So put the kettle on, because what we're going to do, we're going to use some warm water to deglaze the pan once these onions just soften up slightly. Wonderful. Right, let's add some hot water to deglaze the pan. But just a half a cup or a cup full is fine. Can you see it there? Wonderful. Now all that flavour is going to go into the gravy. Now because there's water, it's not going to burn the onions, so put the heat up to a high. And we just want to soften up the onions. This will take, like I said, from beginning to end, about 8 to 10 minutes. And once it's nice and soft, then we're going to go to the next process. Wonderful. Now if you've got a lid, whack a lid on. That just creates some pressure and steam. It's going to soften up the onions a bit quicker. Right, amazing chefs, let's have a look. Now we want the oil to be at the top and those water to have evaporated. Bismillah. Beautiful, perfection. Can you see it there? Oil has separated. Fantastic. Now we're going to reduce the gas. There you go. Now we're going to add amazing spices. We're going to add about half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Beautiful. Coriander. 1. About 2.5 teaspoon of ground coriander powder. Beautiful. Now this is cumin. Add a good 1 teaspoon of ground cumin powder. Wonderful. This is general curry powder. We're adding 2 teaspoons of general curry powder. I love using general curry powder. It is a British thing and my mum's been cooking it, so that's what I grew up eating, so I implement that. So this is Kashmiri Chilli powder. This is very flavorful and very colorful, and it's not hot as your normal chili powder. You can have extra hot chili powder or a milder version. This is the extra hot chili powder. I'm not going to use this, so I've just used about a good 2.5 teaspoons of Kashmiri chili powder. Beautiful. Now the secret ingredient is some vinegar. This is going to bring out this amazing flavor. 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of vinegar. Now I've got this idea when I was cooking in Bangladesh, because they use a lot of pickles. When they use a lot of pickles, it uses a lot of vinegar, and that sort of Portuguese Goan influence, the vindaloo, the Goan curries. So I implement this in Bangladeshi cooking, and for me it's wonderful flavor. There you go. I'm not using any tomatoes because a lot of that regional Bangladesh, they don't use much tomato. So this is a sort of recipe from a family, and as well my inspiration, my take on it as well. So that's my masala. Wonderful. All those spices bhuna up, so it's hit the oil, it's been cooking in the oil, and the vinegar is that liquid that's married up all that spices. And if you can smell this, if you enjoy vinegar, you'll be like, wow. There you go. Crank up the heat to a medium and let this bhuna, all the spice bhuna, just for a few minutes. Beautiful. Right, so the spices has been bhunering up. Wonderful. And now we're going to add this amazing chicken. Look at that. Fried chicken curry, eh? So all that flavour and all that oil from the bottom, let that drip in there. Beautiful. Now we're going to add some green chillies. So we want it to keep its shape, so whack it in half. Oops. Look at that. Just appreciate this, guys. You can just eat that. Now put the kettle on now. We're going to use water just to create a nice little gravy. That's it. Not too much. Just a nice little gravy. So let all that spices and those bhuna onions penetrate into the chicken. And let the chicken from room temperature slightly raise its temperature so it softens up a bit more and lets all that masala penetrate into its meat. Wonderful. Put the lid on and we'll come back to it about 4 to 5 minutes on a medium gas. Wonderful. Right, so the chicken's been bhunering for a few minutes. That. Wonderful. Now I'm going to just add some water. About 1 or 2 cups of water. Look at that. Beautiful. So now definitely all that flavour, all that spices is going to penetrate into the chicken. That's the reason for adding this water at this moment of time. Beautiful. Put the lid on and we'll come back 6 to 8 minutes. Beautiful. Right, let's have a look at the chicken. It's been about 4 to 5 minutes. Wow. Look at that. Are you hungry? If you're not, you should be. Wow. Amazing colours, amazing fragrance. Yep, the chicken has softened up to how I wanted it. The last little mix. One of my viewers, she always messages, and I do read it, that why don't I clean my pan while I'm cooking? So here you go. See, I do read my comment section and my messages on Facebook, Instagram. Even though I can't respond, I do try to read them. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Let's turn the gas off. Curry's done. Voila. Oil has separated. This is ready. Now this crispy, crunchy onion, I'm going to serve it on my dish. If you serve it there, it's going to become soft, which I'm trying to avoid. So you can garnish it with the onions and the coriander when you're serving, which I'm going to do now. Wow. Chicken's falling apart. Beautiful. Amazing. Wonderful. Crispy, crunchy onions. Coriander. Voila. There you go. Look at this. Chicken. Bhuna roast. Oh wow. Crispy, crunchy onions. Garnished with coriander. And if you enjoy what I do, make sure you press like, share and subscribe. Beautiful. Now let's taste this baby. Right, the moment of truth. I'm very proud of this. I know everybody really enjoyed it and I know you're going to enjoy it as well. Got all that masala just sticking to the chicken. Bismillah. Wow. Next level flavour. Subtle flavour of vinegar, all those spices. This is beautiful, succulent, juicy chicken, although it's been fried. Added to the curry. This is restaurant style. Like, this is a special dish, very special dish. Family favourite, chicken Bhuna roast. If you enjoy what I do, make sure to like, share and subscribe to this amazing channel, Latifs Inspired. See you soon for some more videos at Latifs Inspired.